Hello, we are discussing about GATE 1998 ECE paper, and this question is related to digital circuits. The K-map for a Boolean function is shown in the figure. The number of essential prime implicants of this function is. How many number of essential prime implicants are present in this function? Okay, that we are going to check. First of all, what is meant by implicant? Implicant is nothing but simply it's going to be each minterm present in the expression is nothing but implement. Each minterm present in the expression is nothing but this is zeroth minterm, like this. If you are going to consider zeroth minterm, and this is fourth minterm, and it is eighth minterm, so these are going to be the minterms present. So this is 12th minterm, and it is sorry, this is 3 minterm 3 this is, and this is minterm 2. Okay, so these are the minterms 1001, that is nothing but ninth minterm, and it is 1010. So these are the minterms present in the given expression. So these minterms are simply called as, that is minterms present in the given expression are nothing but implicants. Okay, now prime implicant implies nothing but prime implicant. Prime implicant is nothing but you are going to cover minterms, that is nothing but you are combining minterms to get minimized expression, to get minimized product term. Those product terms are going to be treated as prime implicants. Prime implicants is nothing but product terms, product terms generated, product terms generated when minterms are combined, when minterms are combined. Whenever minterms are going to be combined, that is nothing but combined to minimize, so that the product terms whatever the results, that will be called as prime implicants. Now how many number of prime implicants you may get over here? So if you want to cover this one, let us assume first what is our aim is nothing but while minimization all the ones must be covered. Okay, so to cover this one you can go for this one. If you want to cover at that time the one, that is nothing but zeroth minterm, one present in the zeroth minterm can be covered in this way, that is nothing but p1 is going to be a product term you will get. Otherwise the same one can be combined in this way by combining this one and this one, that is nothing but p2 is the product term you will get. Now if you want to cover this one, at that time this one can be only combined using in this way. So this will be treated as P3 is the product term. And next, if you want to cover one present in the eighth minterm, eighth cell, that can be covered either this way, okay, which is nothing but P4. Otherwise, that can be combined in this way. So by that time, this is nothing but product 5. Next, to cover this one, we can cover in this way, okay. In this way you can cover, which is nothing but p6. Otherwise this can be combined, this one as well as this one, so that implies nothing but p7. So you are getting 7 product terms, that is 7 prime implicants you are getting. The number of prime implicants present in this one is nothing but 7. Out of that one, whichever is going to be essential for your function to be realized, so that all the ones are going to be covered, okay, that is going to be called as essential prime implicant. Essential prime implicant is a prime implicant, okay, that must be present in the expression. If it is not present at that time, the function cannot be realized. So at least one minterm should be unique for that prime implicant, so that it will be called as, it will be considered as essential prime implicant. Now look at this one. If you want to go for the one present in zeroth cell, at that time that can be covered either by p2, okay, or p1. You can consider only one thing, but if you want to go for this one, if you want to go for the one present in first cell, the one present in the first cell is nothing but this one, the one present in the first, no, fourth cell, the one present in the fourth cell, if you are going with, at that time this only can be covered, the star one, that is nothing but p1 is going to be essential prime implicant. That is the minterm 4, it is going to be minterm 4 is going to be unique for this product term p1. so that this cannot be covered by any other prime implicant, so it is essential prime implicant. Whenever you are considering, at that time the minterms covered is nothing but 0 and 4 are covered. Okay, so now no need to cover 0th cell. Next, and to cover this one implies nothing but this one only covered by this P by this P4 minterm, that is P4 minterm is going to be considered as essential prime implicant, because the minterm ninth minterm is going to be unique for this one, so that whenever you are covering this one in your final expression, 8 and 9 cells are going to be covered. Okay, so that these are the 4 cells over, and to cover this one, look at this one, to cover this one at that time, that is nothing but to cover the cell in third minterm. Okay, the third cell is going to be covered only with P2, so P2 is going to be treated as essential prime implicant, because the cell minterm 3 is going to be covered only by this product term. There is no other product term is going to be covering this cell, so that it is essential prime implicant. Whenever you are covering that one, at that time 2 and 3 cells are going to be covered. So how many number of ones are given is nothing but 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7 is given. Out of that one, 6 ones are covered. Whatever the rest of the one is not covered is nothing but this one can be covered either by using P6 or P7. So your function may be considered P6 or P7, so that you are going to be getting the final product term. So your function will be consisting of 4 essential prime implicants, P1, P4, P2, P6, or P1, P4, P2, P7. So the right answer for this one is nothing but the function is going to be consisting of 4 essential prime implicants. Okay, thank you.